Good morning, I'm Dilip Thakur, editor of Education World, reporting on a cold morning in Bangalore.
Good morning, I'm Sonia Yasmin, managing editor.
We have some exciting news to convey to you about our new issue out yesterday. That's part 2 of our Education World India School Rankings Survey 2021. This is part 2 of the world's largest ranking survey. We have ranked over 2,500 schools divided into 3 main categories and 10 subcategories to obviate oranges and apple types of comparisons.
So if you all recall, in November, which is part 1 of the Education World India School Rankings 2021, we had covered Co-ed Day, Girls Day, Boys Day, Day-Come Boarding, Government Day, Government Boarding Schools and Special Needs Schools. And in the part 2 of this survey, which is out in our December issue, we've covered boarding schools, co-ed boarding, girls boarding, boys boarding, international day come boarding, international residential, and also India's top budget private schools.
And preschools also.
Yes.
Because of the pandemic, we've had to lump some of these together because everybody's calendars have been somewhat disrupted.
Yes.
But we strongly recommend parents who are looking for good schools for their children,
As well as early childhood education. In fact, in our preschool survey, though because of the pandemic, as all of you all know, the early childhood sector, education sector has been one of the hardest hit, and there have been a lot of preschool closures. That's why this year we restricted our survey to 6 cities, basically the 6 metros. But within these 6 cities, we've done both categories, which is the proprietary as well as the franchise, and a special word of a commendation to early childhood educators who are doing perhaps the most difficult job of continuing to provide foundational early childhood education through the virtual mode to youngest children.
Yes. Therefore, they need to do it in a very carefully balanced way,
Yes.
that you don't expose children too much to the to digital
Yes.
media. And also, a very important thing that we've done in this issue is also to rank extensively budget private schools, which are affordable, low-cost schools for people in the lower middle class and the working classes, but who have high aspirations to send their children to good schools providing English medium education. These schools tend to be neglected generally
Yes.
by the media. And they are also receive very bad treatment from the government and from the education bureaucracy, which try and close them down because they are competitors to government schools.
Absolutely.
But in education world, we are very sympathetic to these schools, and we believe that the work that they're doing is very much in the national interest.
Yes.
This is our glamour section because we've ranked all the top boarding schools of India
And the international
and new genre international schools, which are high-end education schools, and who are investing a lot of time, money, resources in providing globally benchmarked education to India's children.
Yes, and you'll also notice that in our preschool survey that we've done a lot of innovation in terms of parameters this time. We've introduced a whole new parameter called online interaction. Since now over 9 months, our preschools have been shut. So we've introduced this new parameter of online interaction to judge how these preschools have fared on this very important parameter now.
Yes.
K-12 school survey, you'll notice that introduction of a new parameter called curriculum and pedagogy, digital readiness.
So there's a lot else in this issue. Excellent, I think, editorials, education news, other stories, book reviews.
And detailed tables across 14 parameters.
Yes, you will never find any such a detailed, comprehensive schools ranking survey anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
And we are proud to present this to you, and we urge you to read this because it's very much in the national interest. And as you know, our objective in Education World, our mission is to make education the #1 item on the national agenda.
In Parents World this month, we've done a very interesting cover story on how school leavers and college graduates can utilize gap year.
That's a relatively new concept in India, that after you finish K to 12, which is exhausting, and take those public exams.
Take a sabbatical year off to
Yes.
learn a new skill, to travel, to garner new experiences, which will perhaps better prepare you for life in universities. The pandemic, in fact, has given a new impetus to gap year. A lot of students, because of the disruption of academic calendars, are taking a gap year to do different things.
So with that, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you.